My name is Chase Robinson. I'm the Executive Director of First Coast Crime Stoppers. Together we are gathering with a shared purpose, to bring renewed attention, hope, and determination to the unsolved homicide of Julius Parrish. This event represents the collaboration, compassion, and persistence to drive our community's fight for justice. We are proud to bring together those who work tirelessly, often behind the scenes, to seek answers in Jacksonville's unsolved homicides. Joining us today are Detective Travis Oliver Sr. with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Cold Case Unit, whose relentless pursuit of truth gives new life to investigations long thought dormant. We have Ryan Bachman here with Project Cold Case, an organization devoted to supporting families of unsolved homicides and ensuring their loved ones are never forgotten. And most importantly, we are honored to have with us the widowed wife of Julius Parrish, Deborah Parrish, whose courage and unwavering faith reminds us why this mission matters so deeply. The purpose of this cold case spotlight is to shine a light on the unsolved homicide of Mr. Parrish, to share case details with the public, and to encourage anyone who knows something, no matter how small, to come forward anonymously through First Coast Crime Stoppers and be eligible for a newly announced cash reward of up to $5,000. Throughout this digital press conference, you'll hear from those who refuse to give up, investigators, advocates, and loved ones, each bound by the same belief that someone out there knows something, and through First Coast Crime Stoppers, they can share that information safely, confidentially, and completely anonymously. We will work our way through details of this murder, weaving together images, satellite imagery, and crime scene information to provide you, the community, the tools you need to take a stroll down memory lane and spark the fire of justice within your hearts. Our intention today is simple yet powerful: to ensure that Julius Parrish is not forgotten, to remind the community that someone out there holds the key to solving this case, and to reinforce that through First Coast Crime Stoppers, you can share what you know safely, confidentially, and anonymously. So with that, I would like to turn the podium over to JSO Cold Case Detective Oliver, and he will go into some victim details along with some crime scene information. Detective?
Hi, I'm Detective Oliver with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Cold Case Unit. I want to come over and go over some details of this case. This case happened on June 30th of 2012 at about 11:30 at night. The case is a gentleman standing out in his yard talking to his godson and becomes a victim of a drive-by shooting. The victim has no reason that he should be deceased today. It is unknown why he was targeted, but we know that there's someone out there to know it. This crime scene has been worked by some of the better detectives that we've had on the Sheriff's Office in the homicide unit, but the lack of participation from the community has been a big problem with this investigation. We've worked the crime scenes. The crime scene is kind of limited compared to crime scenes that we've had in the past. This case is going to definitely rely on the public coming forward and assisting us with information they have. And my question to the public or the people that know this is, I would ask you to come forward and give the information if it's Mr. Parrish was your loved one and you wanted the public to, in the Sheriff's Office, to get you the closure that you needed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Detective. And now I would like to go over some details from a civilian's perspective, from someone who lives in the community and what an average person would know about the area in which this crime occurred. So when we're looking at a map of Jacksonville, you can see here we're looking at the 5400 block of Bunch Drive. And you can see how it runs between West 45th Street and Cleveland Road. And there are a few landmarks that are in the area that we're very fortunate that these landmarks haven't changed since 2012. And if we zoom in and take a little bit of a deeper dive into what this looks like, you can see all these landmarks located on your screen. On the left, you can see what it currently looks like here in 2025. And on your right, you can see what the area looks like on 2012. So we hope you can look at these static images, look at the landmarks such as the elementary school or the distribution plants that are in the area, and see if there's anything that you might know, whether you frequented the area, whether you used to live in the area, or you frequently speak to those who used to live or currently live in that area. So we are very fortunate once again that this area has not changed. And in fact, if we take an even deeper dive and keep zooming in, I'm going to take you to the street level of Bunchy Drive. So if we look at the screen here, we can see we are at the intersection of 45th Street and Bunchy Drive. And if you look here, we're going to go down the street and we're heading towards Cleveland Road. And I want to have you imagine this is you walking down the street. And what I want you to see is all the different houses going down here. And as we're making our way down, if you used to live in one of these homes, frequent the area, that you might remember something, that maybe the shape of the house, the unique shape of a driveway, even the presence of a tree you might remember and spark some images in your mind. So please take a moment and just enjoy this stroll down Bunch Drive. And we're actually going to go into a more zoomed in image here in a second and show you what the house looked like where this incident occurred, and give you an idea of what that looks like in 2025 versus 2012. And zooming in here, you can see an image on the left side of your screen. This is what the home currently looks like compared to crime scene images provided by JSO on your right from 2012. You can see the shape of the driveway, the home. Most of the colors on the home remain the same. The only major difference I can notice when comparing the two photos are the fact that the one on the left does have a yellow door now, whereas I can't really make out the color of the door on the right. But overall, the layout and the presence of the home is the same. So we hope this can spark any information that someone might have in their hearts, or maybe information that you've repressed over grief or fear of speaking out. And what I would like to do now is I would like to have Ryan Bachman with Project Cold Case come up and introduce the very special individual that we have here with us. Ryan.
Thank you, Chase. I'm Ryan Bachman with Project Cold Case. We are a nonprofit organization that helps families of unsolved homicides, including Ms. Parrish, who I'm going to introduce now. This goes back, for me personally, 13 years as well, and that was when I first met Ms. Parrish, as her husband had been murdered just a short time before our first meeting. And we have worked with her on and off over the years to try to help raise awareness for this case. We have escorted her to multiple meetings with law enforcement over the years. We know that there were people in the neighborhood that had information, that were scared to come forward back then. It's been 13 years now. There's an increased reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to an arrest in this case through Crime Stoppers. And it is our hope that after these 13 years, maybe somebody will be a little more willing to come forward than they were in the past, as this has clearly impacted more than just the Parrish family for the last 13 years. So it is an honor for me to stand next to Ms. Parrish again after years of working together and give her a moment and give her the voice to speak about the impact of that murder that night and what it's been like for 13 years waiting for somebody to come forward and provide the answers that she so desperately deserves. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce Ms. Deborah Parrish.
Good morning, Duval. My name is Deborah Parrish. My husband, Julius Parrish. He was a wonderful person. He would tell me, "Babe, you're doing a good job." I stopped for a couple of years, but then I pushed back on. And I thank God, Mr. Ryan, because it's like every door that should have opened, for some reason it didn't. But I just have one thing to say. If you knew him, if he even just gave you that little second of him, you would love him. He had no negative vibe about anything. He didn't complain about nothing. And I know God sent him to me because he helped change my life. I'm gonna be honest. I was not a people person. I didn't love people. God said, love thy neighbors like you love yourself, and I didn't. But I did like them. I did like people. But to deal with people that you know and love and care, those the ones that you look forward to, depend on. And that's what he installed in me, no matter what. If you don't fight for nothing, you'll settle for anything. And that's where we have to stop. It's not just about Julius Ricardo Parish. It's about all the victims out there, babies. The babies, what do they do? We have to stop. What if you need help, say you need help. Because we all do. The deceased, the surviving victims, we all need help. But this one young man, and he know who he is, he looking for me. I'm looking for you. I just want to talk to you. I just want to look in your eyes like you used to look us in the eyes. Laugh with us. Go out with us. Felt just what I'm feeling. You took us as a mother and father figure, but you call us God, Mama, God, Daddy. We don't know why. And I'm not saying you knew why, but it happened. And the only thing I'm just saying, if you just, at that time you was young, and I know you was scared. You had a lot of people talking for you when you really just want to clear your heart and your soul. Because that's the kind of person we met. And you was doing. And you was so sweet. You didn't take time to say, oh, this was wrong, this was right. You just fell in love with us as well as we fell in love with you. Don't let that love die. Don't let death or God come to you. For whatever reason, you can be sick, or your family member sick, or your mother sick, and they gone, and you'll know exactly how I'm feeling right now. Clear your conscience. Clear your heart. Clear your spirit. Because the young man I met, he was a beautiful, beautiful young man. Had no wrong to say to no one. Maybe got caught up in something that you shouldn't have. But only thing I'm saying with closure to this is we all have to fight. We cannot give up. Is you your mother, is you your loved one keeper? Not is you my father keeper or your brother keeper. Loved ones. Come on, let's do something. Let's change this. We can do it. It don't take that much. Just to say, okay, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my niece. They have to live in this world. So why should they have to live with, maybe I come home when I leave home? Mothers, fathers, sister, brother, before you close your eyes at night, take your loved one's hand and tell them how much you love them. Sit down and have dinner. Have movie night. Have something that your kid and your grandkids and their kids can say, oh yeah, we can go to this center and feel safe. We can go to this dinner and feel safe. We can go to this mall and feel safe. We can just walk the street and feel safe. We got to stop this. It ain't just about Julius Ricardo Parish. It's about all of us. All of us have to do our part. Stop shutting doors, windows. Don't do it. Come on. Oh, don't snitch. No, don't snitch. We ain't ask you to snitch. We just ask you to get involved. That part. Just get involved and make a difference. On closure, young man, I love you, and I always did. And if you're looking now, you see exactly what I see. Come forward and free your conscience and start living, because that's what you want to do. Love you, Duval. Take this as a grain of salt and just stop closing our eyes to reality, because this is what it is, reality. Cold case death is reality, especially when you don't know what you're doing to the family members, to the fathers, to the mothers, to the sisters, to the brothers. You're hurting them. You really are hurting them. On behalf of the staff at Cold Case with Ryan, this young man, what's your say your name?
Detective Oliver.
Detective Oliver. I'm sorry. And
Mr. Chase.
Mr. Chase, I appreciate y'all giving me this time just to let you know what kind of real man he was.